Hi, welcome back guys. On this episode we are going to start sanding the deck, get that prepared for painting, drill the holes out, see how far we get this week. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, yeah, like I just said, this week is going to be focusing on sanding the deck here. Start drilling out some holes. I'll see how this deck goes. I don't know if I want to finish that off and then jump to the side, or what I might actually do is, like I said, do the deck, drill out all these holes, focus on the back half, get that prepared for painting, and then turn the boat around, and then I can, after that, with more daylight, I can sand the front, fix the windows. I think that might be a better idea, because there is a lot of holes to drill out. I think I've shown you in the past videos, and then obviously all the patchwork I've done inside, which are now solid, needs sanding down, filling, and then fiberglassing over the top of it to make it really strong. But I think first thing I'm going to do is tidy this mess up. It is just completely messy. I'm done with most of this stuff for now until I get to the windows, or if I get to this, but let's just get it out of our way so it's clear. Diesel heater is not going to be any help to me out here now. It's a beautiful day, but it's still a bit chilly. So nowhere near painting weather yet, which is good, because I think I would panic a little bit more if it was closer, if it was hotter weather, because I want to get it done. So I think hopefully in the next month or so, preparing this, the weather should change and it'd be perfect timing. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, all done. Unbelievable how much of a difference using one of these. If we get it in the light, I can't remember what they're called, I'll list it now. Game changer. Anyone that wants to get anti-foul off, it's smooth as long as you keep it flat, the grinder. It is perfect, nice and smooth. I've done this half here and you can see how clear it is. This is where my grinder was been breaking for quite a few months now, and to get it started I have to hit it with a ratchet, and it finally gave up. I had to put it down there, it started smoking, so that's it for that one. So what I did, I used this one. That was a brand new pad, and I would say I've got roughly about just under half of that pad left, but it was just eating at the blue, layers and layers of the blue that took me the belt sander, the flat disc and the orbital sander. And like I said, if you can see, if I can get close enough, this is really smooth, where when I did the belt sander and everything else, you can see all the indents. So I'm definitely going to go over with the same disc, and like I said, this is only like this because the downside to battery powered ones is if you've got one, they just eat it. I went through one battery after about 5 to 10 minutes, and then I had to quickly swap over to this one. I just wanted to make sure I got all the blue off, cleaned it up, looking really good. It makes me feel a lot better when I'm going to tackle all of that. Come in packs of 10. Can't remember how much I paid now. Once again, I'll put it up on the screen, but definitely a game changer. Anyway, so I will go over this. I'm going to buy a new grinder. I don't want to ruin my batteries trying to sort, because I've got so much grinding. I've also ordered hub cheating a little bit. One of you guys mentioned in the last couple of videos about a dust collector. Loki, cheers for that. And Amazon actually have their own, well, not their own, but a topper all together. It comes in one piece. All I need to do is connect it to the drum. I think it was up for £24. I thought I'll buy that instead of trying to get all the pipe fittings and everything. So all I need to do is get a 25 litre drum or whatever size drum I can find, drill a hole on top. But I'll go through that when I get it anyway. It should be in the next few days. Would have been interesting to hoover this up, but you know, I've got a lot more hoovering to go. So that's probably going to be it for today. Tomorrow we're going to start tackling the holes. I'm also going to buy a different sander, smaller bout sander. If you guys are into boats, if you watch YouTube, you might have heard of Boatworks today. He's just put a video up of this bout sander, and I think it would benefit me a lot with all the corners. I'm trying to get all that out, especially around the edges here. Yeah, enough talking. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day. Once again, perfect weather. Starting to warm up a little bit now. Tomorrow's supposed to be up to 17 or something. Yeah, went to a shop. Got my new sander, model number there. One of the best corded DeWalt ones I could find. I think that'd do the job, to be honest. And then I didn't really go too expensive on this machine, but that will do all the radius. That'll be good to keep anyway for the future, any other jobs. So today's plan is to start preparing all the little holes. I'm just trying to weigh up the odds now of, well, weigh up what should I do. Thinking drilling these little ones. They look bigger on camera, but they're quite small. Drilling, maybe like countersink, and then get some filler. Or the other option is sand this down, just a little patch like that, fill it, and then fiberglass over the top. That's my plan. Obviously with the bigger ones, I was gonna do that anyway. And then these sort of ones, this is silicone, which if I painted over the top, it would just show. So I wanna make sure I fix all that. And then you've got the bigger ones, which I think just do need filling. Strong epoxy filler will go in there. Same with all the cable holes. I am going to sand it to, I think it's called bevel or whatever it's called. Put a bit of filler in there and then fiberglass on top of that. But yeah, let's jump inside, open these up and get going. Okay, a bit of a change of plan. This is all ready to go now. Seems really good. So what I'm going to do is I'll put a new blade on that. Is I'm going to go over this, get this all prepared, ready, and then also clear all this and do the splash valve, because I didn't finish that, as I've got the pad. And then what we'll do is drill out that, because I do want to put that behind and get a new hatch for that. Same this side, and then we can start drilling. I am swaying more towards sanding a little patch down and putting a piece of fiberglass, just so I know when I paint over it, it's not gonna sink in. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, got quite a bit done today. Most of that's sanded, I've just got to do the edges. They are ground in, so I can get a couple layers of fiberglass on top of that, same as these two. And then what I've decided is the little screw holes I've countersunk. They will be filled with epoxy, and then the bigger holes will actually have fiberglass put on it. This is me testing out that bout sander. It's pretty rough, but if you need to get down to fiberglass, it's a good machine with tight areas. But I don't think I'm going to trust it just to finish off these last little bits. I used probably the orbital sander or something like that. what I've done is I'm going to focus on this side first, patch it, fill it, then once this is done, work myself on the other side and just go from there. So tomorrow we will start cleaning up because it's very dusty. I'm hoping my dust extractor should be here soon, and then we can just anyway start filling and fiberglassing. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day, perfect day outside. So at the end of the last one I did do a little bit of fiberglass cutting and used my little tubes up to fill these in. These will need sanding obviously, but it is nice epoxy filler, solid stuff. So everything's turned up, got more of the epoxy filler, and also got my dust collector system that I need to put together. The only thing I do need to buy is the tub to sit it on. So I'll go to Screwfix or something on the way home from here, and that should work really good. So today's main focus is to get all these holes covered. It does take 24 hours for this stuff to go off properly, then it's solid. So what I'm thinking is get all this done, see how far I get, maybe drill some more out, focus on the holes that are just being filled for now, and then what I do is fiberglass all in one go, even this side, which this side actually don't need as much. It's not as many holes as this. This was just where the controls are. What I did notice is there is a board behind here, fiberglass too. So yeah, that's supported. That support the new controls that I put up there. But yeah, enough talking. Let's get to filling. Okay, and I'd done all that, and I had so much left over that I made. I thought it wouldn't go as far as it did, but as you see on time lapse, I drilled that whole side out. It's all filled. There is a couple that I need to do on the outside. I started back here, ran out, but what I think I'm going to do next on the next batch, because that whole side's prepared, I'm going to prepare this front, all of this really, so when I make the next batch, I'm going to completely finish this in here, which will be tomorrow now, just because I want this secure, see how long it takes. As you can see, this is a different colour to the other one. The other one's white, this is blue. What I think I'm going to do for the rest of the day is cut all the woven for this. Like I said, I've done the chop strand the other day, cut the woven, so that's all prepared to go, and also cut all the fiberglass for that, so it's all ready. When I want to do fiberglassing, I will do it all in one. So yeah, I'll carry on with that for now. That's all of them cut out, ready to go. So what I think I'm going to do now is actually spend the rest of the day from about here back, drilling out all the holes, getting them ready for filling. And then at least I know all of this back half has been done. So I think that's going to take a little while. Do the face of this, and then I know if I'll just go forward. Obviously more forward, there is going to be less holes. This is just because like that one, those there are just there used to be a canopy rail. But obviously that's off, and then all these at the top are where the windscreen. I know I'm drilling the windscreen down again, but I'm going to probably do new holes, new bolts. Yeah, so that's why they're getting covered up. And then obviously the outside is where the canopy come over, and it's like the two little holes of the clip. But anyway, I'm going to carry on. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, it's been a long day, but finally that is every screw hole drilled and then opened up, and those ones were where screws had snapped off, so drilled them out, got them ready. Both sides are now ready, and the back, so that's really good. It's been a long day doing it. So tomorrow I'm gonna probably spend all day just filling every single hole. I've just done a test patch on a sanding, if you can see it there. So some of them are going to have little indents, and I'll just go over with a tiny little bit of filler, which I knew was going to happen anyway. Can't get it perfect. That's why I have tried building them up a little bit. This stuff sands really nice. I've just got a 40 grit on the orbital sander. But anyway, that's enough talking, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day today. Weather's okay outside, 16 degrees. Main goal for today is we're going to get all of the holes filled. Just focus on that. It's going to be a long time, a lot of holes. Yeah, so we'll get straight into it. Okay, that's taken all day. Good job, it's a nice, beautiful day. Sun's just coming through again. That is all of them. All the holes filled. Outside as well, as you see on the time lapse. There's probably a couple that I don't think I've missed any, but when I sand it down, there's going to be a couple that I need to just top up, like I showed you yesterday. You see just little indents, but majority of it is full. So really, I want to let this cure for a few days. It does go pretty hard after 24 hours, but I just want to give it an extra few days. That's going to be a bit of sanding to do. Then really, tomorrow, we will go on to fibreglassing the back, this here. There's a couple holes on the side of the boat that's too big, like that one needs fibreglassing. It's probably more the other side. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day. I've actually changed my mind. It's not the best of days. It's going to get up to 15 degrees. But for fiberglass, and I want it to be a little bit higher. And next week is supposed to be perfect, up to 20 degrees. So what I think I'm going to do, because this is the last day for this week, is prepare these a little bit better. I've also got to go around to this side, prepare that, take some nails out, sand that down, because they're bigger holes, which this would be no good for. And then also around this other side, it gets a bit dark, so hopefully you can see it. I need to prepare the fuel. These are staying because they will be cleats back, they go back in there. This way it gets a bit dark. So there's a few holes here that I want to sand down because they're just too big to fill. And here I will be leaving the one lot, which will be these two here, which is the ones that I've just taken off. I actually punched these through here, like I'm going to do with these two up here, just so I can get it a little bit stronger. Same as I punched these through, as you can see. I'm in the shadows. Punch them through as well. Just because obviously previous fills was basically drilled straight through and filled where, like you've seen, you can just push it through and that will leave an indent on the paint. And as I'm doing it all as best as I can, I might as well get that done so the paint will be perfect on there. So yeah, like I said, today is just a day of preparing it, and then next week's video will be fiberglassing it all up, sanding, finishing in here, and really having everything ready for painting. And then what we can do is turn the boat around next week if I can get it all done, which means that whole back half will be ready for painting, which is great. And then I've only got this little half to do, which is the windows, the holes, and sand the whole deck. But with that new pad, it should go pretty quick. But yeah, enough talking, let's jump straight into it and get it ready. Okay. Okay, and that is all of them prepared now. I even done round the steering to add some more fiberglass to that because I've done the inside. Might as well do the outside. Same with the little, what was the vent. I know there's going to be a new vent somewhere, not too sure just yet where. But you can see my fiberglass that I've done there, which is perfect, which means I'll just get a couple of layers on top of that. So that's probably it. Well, that's going to be it for this week. Like I said, next week we'll probably get this fiberglass up. Use fairing compound on top of the fiberglass because you don't need this epoxy filler. Use the same fairing compound I did with the bottom half. Tidy up the splash well because that needs a bit more sanding and fairing out just where I've wrapped the fiberglass around. And really go from there. Maybe turn it around, not too sure, see how far I get. But anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers.